Good morning and welcome back to Silverrun Forrest. We got ourselves a bit of a new cabin. I think I might have started recording there and had the toilet flush in the background. Apologies. But yeah, now we can sit out on the deck and enjoy our coffee and just look at that gorgeous roller coaster. The beautiful mountains, hey? Sit out here, do some damper, steaks, watch the fields grow. So I think today we are going to do some planting. Now we got to tidy up. We've still got some stuff laying around up at the other field, and some stuff we can still trim trees here. What are we doing for? How are we going at the sawmill? Everything should be okay. Down to 84,000, so we could drop some more up there. Planks are distributing still. Planks long, I mean. Wood beams are still there. Lots of iron ore by the look of it. Lots of metal because it's storing. Didn't really empty any out yesterday, so a few little chores. There's a few stones here. Hopefully will just disappear with a roller. If not, we will get a stone picker in. Where are we? Up here. I think all the stumps should be gone. The field's nice and big now. I wouldn't mind cleaning the edges up, getting rid of that brush, but this field's probably close to double the size it was before. We've done 2 runs towards the ocean and about 6 runs towards the train line. And once we clear out the rest of these trees, I don't know how many we... Got 150 trees, so once we've done that, we'll start planting some trees around the barrier here. Maybe along the banks there. But we will be replanting, so that's not an issue at all. What have we got in the used yard today? Could be handy, but it's a lot of hours. A lot of hours. We are going to need to look at a seeder, so what are we power wise? 170 for something decent. Use this little jigger, it's only 60 horsepower. 35, 60. I guess this one here would be the best bet for us today. Holds fertilizer and some seed. I think they're good for this here now. I'll just double check. So there was a few rocks around, so I want to make sure I've cleared them out. And if we have, we will send up the truck and the low loader to collect it. Now the snow's cleared, we've got all the stumps as well. I'm not sure whether we should trim the rest of these trees out here first. While it's up here, we probably should. Thinking. But first, we will get this thing cranked up. We'll go and pick up some of our productions, but look at that view. Just a bit of water out there, the sawmill, the mountains. Beautiful. Amazing. This field here is looking good. Now the snow's all cleared. We've gone edge to edge. We can't really come out any further. We can on an angle here if we want to at a later date. We bring it up sort of this way and then cut across in front of the sheep. They're still going great for food. I've just been tapping that hay bale, grass bale. Let myself fill up. I think what we'll do here is we'll throw in some wheat. Something simple and one. If we do oats now, we can plant canola afterwards or barley afterwards. We can do sunflowers now as well. And maybe we do oat in that far field, and this one here we'll do soybeans. Then once the oat's done, we'll throw in some canola, barley or wheat. Let that run for the season. Once the soybeans are done, we can prep the field and throw in some cotton or wait till we can do oats again. So I'd say that's going to be the way to go. So we'll sort out our tractor. Where are we going to put that? That's just there. Let's get down to the shop and grab ourselves a seeder and some seed. Right, welcome back. We just picked ourselves up a bit of a bargain. Got this tractor, I'm not sure how good it's going to be. It was $40,000. Got a front 3-point front end attacher for the front loader attachment and the forestry cage, so I'm sure we can put it to some good use. But let's see how it goes. We'll follow that. Definitely pulls up the hills a little bit better than the other one. The other one was struggling. But yeah, we're also going to have to get ourselves a roller, so hopefully one of the pieces of equipment, maybe the truck or the PLX, can pull that. I'm not sure what the horsepower will be on one of them. There's a tree there, look out. But it's a Fiat Agri, it's a modded tractor. I know when they first come out there was a few issues with some of the attachments, so we're going to find out, aren't we? It was 40,000. I was really umming and ahhing about getting this one, but it's like, it's a big one, it's got heaps of power, but it's got a lot of hours. The servicing on that would outweigh, I think, personally, servicing on that would outweigh the savings and the cost. If it was 10 hours, 12 hours, I'd probably get it, but having close to 30, it's just, yeah. We have got some equipment here that's super old with 100 hours on it. I think the tree harvester there is about the same. They seem to be okay, but some of them big tractors that I've used in past episodes that getting serviced every episode, just, it's expensive. $15,000-$20,000 every episode, so we'll see how we go. But we'll let this worker chug along here and get this done. Maybe. I think what we'll do is we'll do a couple of runs out down the side ourselves, because for some reason there's something there affecting it. Yeah, but no, that's part of the field that I've extended, so you know you can always run into little issues like that. But do 2 or 3 up and downs, and then we'll come back and roll it, and hopefully those rocks will be gone. I probably should have put a rock crusher on it, but it is what it is. You know what I mean? There's still a fair few trees in here we can clear out and plant some fresh ones. I sort of figured, I think some of the tree planters hold 100 or 150 saplings, and the new one holds 240 maybe, off the top of my head. There's no use buying or leasing one of them at this point in time until we've got, until we're sort of going to be planting more than we've cut out. So I'm pretty sure we're going to be taking a lot more out. There's probably another 15 or 20 just along here that we can do yet before we get back up to the top farm. I was also thinking about purchasing maybe this land here or field 18-19 because it's closer to the sawmill. We'll duck up there and have a look shortly. I think would be the best bet, just to work out exactly what's going to suit us. We've definitely got a few days left of enough trees in this field here anyway. Right, let's see how he goes this time. Head back up and start sorting out the productions. I bought this trailer. I'll do that the next episode part. just to test out to see if it does the auto loads now. Sent the AI worker up, and it's like, yep, let's just drive through the lake instead of the bridge. Not sure why, but they made it. Alrighty, so we purchased, I think we leased this one just to test it, because I know it's had an update, so I want to see if the auto load and auto unload works. I'll try it with the planks, because I can lift them if need be, whereas the bigger items I can't lift if they get stuck in there. Man, that camera flickering is a pain in the booty. So it's definitely working as an unloader, a loader I mean. Now we can move the hitch around, so just, yeah. We'll see if it works dropping it off at the production points. That's going to be the one that's going to be handy. I know you can only fit one production in, or one product in each trailer load, but it's still faster than bringing the truck up here, the trailer up here, the forklift up here. In a sense, if I only need one product, I can just zoom up, grab it, drink, and run into cars. So while we're stopped, we'll take advantage of that. Where do we need planks? Flooring factory's not going through that many. Furniture factory could do with some. Flooring factory, furniture factory, and then I guess we'll check the what do we call it? The boat and the roller coaster. They both should be pretty well topped up. I think we took some there yesterday, but if this unloads, it'll be perfect for zooming around town, picking up products and dropping them at the roller coaster, etc. You may still use the bigger trailer to go up and grab all the 3 or 4 different types at the sawmill. I've also moved all of our equipment back down to farm. Oi! Thanks, Lapper. Down to farm 1, the one that we were just working on. This needs any? Well, it's unloading there, so that's a good thing. There's some planks over there we could have thrown in first, but it's all good. Yeah, so I think what we'll do is we'll clear the rest of the trees down there first, and that way we don't. What the heck happened there? I don't even. Was that the edge of the gutter that we got caught on again? Must have been. I'll have to look at the replay, the action camera replay. I don't think the next one. Oh, we've got some products there to grab. Doesn't seem to want to unload. Maybe the sale points are too far down on the map. They're not getting triggered. I don't know. A pain in the bum. I know I'm all crossed up and on weird angles, but I'm just trying different things to see and trigger it. Let's try. Coming up. That's why I done it with the planks. Unless this one doesn't take planks. It doesn't. But it should say planks not accepted. Furniture factory next door. Try the furniture factory because this one doesn't seem to take planks. That wasn't working, but usually it says planks are not accepted here or something like that. So. So lucky I've got that nudge bar on the front. And that took some. Yeah, I mean, if it works on all of them, it could be super handy. A lot less fidgeting and finicky stuff. While I think about it too, I want to throw in like an all-in-one building does the fabrics. I don't think we're going to need a whole heap of it. Really full of planks here. Pretty full. And we'll just go over here and sell them off. See if its sell point works. The ones that are above the ground seem to work really good, but the ones that are below the ground don't seem to work the greatest, so that. Yeah, so that's why I done it with the planks, so we can just do that, pop them out, and then drag them to where we need to, but it's a shame because it would be super helpful if we could maybe it's just the back of this vehicle. I might try it on the back of a tractor or something. This vehicle might be up too high. Either way, always good to try new things. Especially with no super strength. The more you try, the better. So what I was thinking of purchasing was a production, this one here, the all-in-one production. It does eggs, sugar, honey, milk, grapes, trees, bamboo, sugar cane, grapes, tomatoes, butter, corn, sunflower, does a lot of stuff. I think it would be super handy. It's only 20 grand, 25 grand. I think it'd be super handy to plonk this around here somewhere. Maybe here it's sort of not really in the way of anything. Looks pretty good. We might have to trim a few little bushes around there, but at least it's not in the middle of a paddock or a field that's going to just, we can't do anything else with it later on. Right on the edge of our land by the look of it too. Lucky. Just have to clear out that shrub there. Put some. Shrub's going to be no good going straight into the bloody power line, is it? Wouldn't say that's my greatest one yet, but what we can do right now. Might use a different filler later on. For now, we've got a driveway, we've got a production point, and we can throw some wool in there now. You start our fabric business. I don't know how long we're going to start needing it, but I mean, why not run it now? We've got it, let's run it. Let's throw it in the back of the truck. Damn it, man. Having a shocker today. I needed more sleep. Fuck. parked it there. I'm still not 100% sold on that yet because it's not working on some of the production drop-offs, so we might test it out along the way, see where we go. Looks like they've sucked up the last of the grass, so we'll have to make sure we get some more of that for them. We probably put on the flat tray for this so we can actually stack things on there. Like it's a flat deck. I mean, that's perfect for us right now. 2,000 litres. We'll get our fabric up and running. Then what we'll do is we'll clear all this shrubbery out as well. And then maybe just run like a line of trees along the edge of around the river. I mean, I know there's millions of trees on the map and everyone's like, yeah, we haven't got heaps cut yet. But I mean, we've got our farm base set up down here. So if we can keep regenerating and coming back here, it's a win-win. If we have to keep traveling miles and miles and miles to get stuff, it's just going to increase our costs, and that's it. Fabric wool, that's what we're going to run. Let's see, it takes sugar beet, takes timber and planks by the look of it for furniture. We could always throw some planks in here if we have excess. We can throw sunflower seeds in here, sorghum flour, bread. You can make bread, cake, cereal, butter, so fair bit. Some contracts there if we need to, but we're doing pretty well for cash until we start spending more money at the moment. So that's what I want to go and look. I might duck up to field 18 and we'll have a look at land up there and work out what we're going to get next before we waste all our money on stuff and then we've got nowhere to trim trees. Okay, here we are, field 18 is over here on the left. Looks pretty profitable, would be a word. Not as big as it seems on the map though. I think the map ends just here, so you don't get all of this. Where's it stop? Up there, obviously, because it's a bloody tree. Things out just on the other side of this lake, so I'm thinking the end of the map's just. Okay, so you get a fair bit. Fair bit of wood here, fair bit of money to be made. Maybe it might be a good spot for some gardens, greenhouses, etc. No, but it's nice and close to the sawmill. Road going through, so we've got access to elsewhere. Nice bridge. I don't know. See, field 20. That's 88 grand. That's, I don't know. That's a lot right on close to the edge. I just don't know if you get much out of it. We're taking this one. Right here. Bang. Just straight across. Then maybe we can look at 38, 30. I think this is rather mountainous, so that's when I have to start getting creative with winches and things like that, I guess. I'm also thinking maybe we buy ourselves like a wood chipper thing for the front of the machinery. For like all these small ones, instead of just chopping them and throwing them or mulching them up, we can actually get a wood chipper. I'm not sure if they've got that. What is it in this miscellaneous, or is it in forestry? I think they just changed it recently. There is the tree devourer. Turn that off and put the pipe on. Shoots it into a trailer. Not cheap, but I mean, we'd make that money back rather fast, honestly. Selling wood chips or using them for. I know there is a carpentry building you can get. Takes wood chips and turns them into pellets, and you can make a mint off it. Yeah, that's pretty close. Sorry, that's good. Right, let's head back down to our newer field. We'll get some more trees cut. We'll get the trailer loaded up, and get this sawmill topped off. Oakley dokely. Oh, don't tip. Not yet. Tip in the water, not out of the water. This should be enough to fill up a sawmill for the day. Float. Good job. Wicked. Alright, so how is our fabric going? So you get half of what you put in, which is fine. I don't mind. It's cheap. It's a slow-ish production. It's not a like, even though it is a mod, it's not super fast. Like there's some things where the fabric would have been out and done already. This one isn't like that, so which is good. And you know, we've got excess wood. If we've got excess planks now, instead of selling them, we can just bring them here and turn them into furniture. So the sawmill is now chock-a-block full. That stuff will just go on in the morning. A little bit of stuff up here still. I'm thinking about putting like a sell everything up in here somewhere. Just if we've got excess, we can just sell it instead of having to transport it all the way down. That way we can use smaller trailers. You know, also having the land over here now. I don't think that land's going to be big enough or flat enough to put a field in, but it might be good to put in some open air gardens or greenhouses. Which will be super handy as well, because we can throw some of that into a production building too. You know, sugar beet or lettuce or tomatoes or strawberries, and make cakes and all sorts of stuff. And if we get the production set up and running well enough, or the fields, you know, if we do harvest the sunflowers, well, we can take the sunflower seeds there and turn them into sunflower oil. I don't know why I came here. I meant to go to the other field, so let's scoot over there. We'll see you in a minute. Welcome back again. Just collecting some more logs that we've chopped. So we've got one there that's dead wood. We've got two to the right of us there that are too big for the harvester, and then that wall of trees you can see behind us, they can't be touched. That's actually the end of our land, even though on the map it shows that goes further up. I have to be a little bit more cautious about that when I'm picking my land. Hopefully field 18 that we just purchased isn't the same. I'll show you what I mean in a minute. I know the edge of the map's there, don't get me wrong, it's not in line where it should be, I guess. But I mean, this property cost us 115,000, I think it was, and we've already taken 2 full sea containers for sale that we got 100 something thousand for. So you know, we're not out of pocket. Definitely made our money back. Plus we've taken 3 loads of these to the sawmill, so property line is here, right there. But when you buy the property, we're here. Shows you got all this, but you can't do anything with it. There. property line. Property line, that's where we are. That's all gone. That's more than what's here, and we pulled out heaps of trees from there, so not a big deal. These ones here we can take out anyway, if we can. And there. And there. That's it. That's, you know, we're right on the edge now. We can't take that bush. Can't get that one. It curves over more over this way. Get that one either. So just this one and that's it. It'll be disappointing. That big pine would have been a fair bit of chunks of wood. But it is what it is. Like I said, we've already made our money back 3 times over, I guess. Get this one cleaned up and prepped, loaded in the trailer. Get it all up to the sawmill. A little bit there. Just going to take a wild guess at length. Maybe we'll count 5. Count of 5. 5. Nine meters. Never get that right again. 1, 2, 3, 5. 9.7. 1, 2, 3, 5. How long is that one? 10 meters. I'll get off there. 12 meters spot on. How come when I need them to be exact I can never get 9 or 12 meters? But when it doesn't matter, they cut perfect. Pain in the booty. Wrong one. Wrong one. I don't think we're going to fit much more in this load actually. We may have to come back for a second. There is still some trees behind us we could fill up a load, and there's some on the other side as well. Just wanted to try and clear this section out before the episode was over. But the sawmill's already loaded up, she's full. Either way, got more for the next load. As well as another one after this at least, so... Or we can just cut 9 meter lengths. I think some of these have been doing a 12, that's why they film up the trailer longer. These trees along here we could do 9 or 12 meters and do another sea container. I'm still tossing up the idea of getting us a tractor, like a good tractor. I still was a little bit keen about getting one of them second hand ones, but now I'm like, I know it sounds silly, for another 100 grand while we got the money and get something brand new. And I mean, it wouldn't take long. It'd only be a matter of months in maintenance that you'd spend more than that on a tractor that's worn out, you know. So the problem is we just got to pick which one. Straight bugger. Yeah, that's the thing. After this, we'll knock this deadwood down. I'll probably just take that with this, the sawmill. I know you get nothing for it, but let it go anyway. Actually wondering how many more we can get on. Hey, should we try it? Try and get all these on, eh? Make an S. You know what? This is gonna be the last one. Just my luck. I'll go crazy, load them all on, and just end up losing them all on the side of the road or tipping the truck over because it's too top heavy. We also need to use the telehandler to pick up some of our products, pallets. That's a pretty decent load, so I'm happy with that. No, yeah, she's heavy. Very, very heavy. See if we can get the worker to get us to the sawmill. Okay. We're too close to the bridge now, the auto drive won't work. Come on, you can do it. You can do it. Alright, we'll see you up at the sawmill, huh? Yep. It's full. Over full. 109,908 litres. And there's probably like another 50,000 litres sitting there, maybe 40,000. This is a sell point that we put in. Use that for the wood chips until we get a production for it, or the excess lumber. Let's get back and get all of our pallets. That worked out well. Yeah, so we've got our first trailer loaded up. I've got the telehandler on the back, which isn't the best. It's not really the greatest for this setup. But what I was also thinking, maybe about buying a medium-sized tractor, or a large one if we can, that's got a front end loader. That way it can tow around one of these trailers and load up, pick up, move around things, instead of having to have trucks and trailers going everywhere, and then like this with the front end loader behind it. So that's the thoughts. Let's see what this is going to take. I think everything's cool. We still got to go and get our shingles. Let's reset this. Take this off for a second, actually. Might send him back to... We've done the barrel factory. Shingles, let's send him there. If he can go there. Trying to work out, should we leave some of this here or should we just sell it all off? I'll double check we don't need it in the boatyard. I don't think we do, but let's just be certain. And then if not, we'll sell it. We do have a bit of excess planks. They're beams actually sitting there. I'll have a quick squeeze, see how the boat's going. Right, that took none of that. Wow, they're moving along on the boat. That's awesome. Let's get this sold off. We will go and get our shingles and our roofing. Sorry, our flooring. and then we're good to go, like pumping it out. Whee! That was close. Very tippy. Not bad, 50 grand. Because we can change this trailer to a bumper pull. No issue at all. I don't think there's any of the large tractors or decent horsepower tractors that have a front end attachment, do they? That 300, can you do a front end? Oh yeah, you can do a front loader attacher on that. Yeah, you can do it on that too. I think maybe we might look at that. I was just double checking, making sure, but yeah, that one, oh, that's a good deal. 10 grand, we could leave that up at the bloody sawmill. Skid steer loader, we'll do. Tracks. Yeah, we're getting this for sure for 10 or 11 grand. This, we can't say no. Green match our other one, but that's a deal, 10 grand. We're for sure. I'm pretty sure we can get the same attachment for the front of that. That's like a third of the price. See if we can get the skid steer loader ones. There we go. $250. What a win. That wasn't there this morning. So glad we checked that. So I was going to send that front end loader, the wheel loader, that one there up there, but this is heaps better. Maybe we get out a bucket as well so we can load up the what's it called? Wood chips. Dang it, I couldn't get it out. I want to go here and press combinations. So I want to buy the weight. Put a weight on the back of it just to be safe. Where is the weight on this one? It should be in the green section. Green, I think. Or was it yellow? There it is. Really weight. We'll throw that much on it. We'll go the green. Buy that. And 2,000 litres. 2,000 litres at a time should be plenty enough. That one, 1,200. Yeah, we'll just go the 2,000 litre bucket that's designed for it. Throw that in the green. Ooh, black or green. Let's go that one. And hopefully we can put the weights on. I don't know where the bucket's gone. Probably on the other side. It is in an awesome spot that we won't be able to get to easily. But because this has got a hitch on the back too, so you know, if we need to, we can do other things. Put that weight on. Get this out of the way. And then hopefully we can pick it up with this and drive it all up in one hit. It's a bargain. Right. Needs a bit, I mean, should we just, yeah. You know what? I'm just going to quickly service it while it's here, because it's like, got 30 hours on it. let's just pay service, get it done, and we don't have to worry about it while it's up there. It won't have heaps of hours, it shouldn't need servicing as much. And it's only cheap, it's only 10 grand, so you know. Not gonna fit through there, are we? Having a shocker. There we go. $300, done. Fully serviced, $300, or that 13 grand I think it's cost us. Come on, man, we just went through there. I know we can do it. So yeah, that's one problem solved. Now we don't have to worry about towing the loader up there. I mean, if we could buy 3 of them, I would have bought 3 of them. I would have put one near every production point. Would have been cheaper than buying a tractor that, you know, I was talking about before. Let's see if he can drive up there by himself. Would be great if he can. I don't think they're going to. I think they're going to run into a building or something. Worst case, if he can't do it, I'll throw him on the back of the truck when we go up there next time. I mean, doing donuts throwing out my tracks isn't helping anybody, buddy. Let's just park this here and we'll take it up when we go up. Okay, we'll have a quick look. Large tractors, I reckon go that JCB if that one. Oh, that one doesn't have it. That one either. Was it a large vehicle we've seen before? No, not that one, maybe it was medium. Sorry about this. This one. There we go, so we'll get quickie. Go the green. 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 A BKT with the wide tyres. On the tinted windows, we want that. We want that. Do that, make it look a little bit more darty. LEDs in the grille, we don't need the signs. That's us. And that can tow what we need. We got to get the quickie front loader. Green. Get the bale bag for it. Front loader now, I guess that's what it's called. Machinery everywhere now, but we have to get it sorted out so we know what's what. That's a bargain. That's going to be super handy. Because now we can tow all of our junk around. This can tow the trailer. Got decent enough power to do stuff around the farm as well. Pull a plow, whatever. And if we need to, we can put a weight on the back of it. Should be Mickey Mouse. Alright, let's get this around where we need to go and pick up the rest of these productions. Welcome back, welcome back. Let's load these up with our skid steer. If we want to carry too many of these, we're going to have to put a weight on the back, more weight. I did try and lift 4 and it was like a bit tippy, so it's not going to work. Hoping they would separate a little bit because one's on the side. Separate! There we go. And there was some beams, sorry, long planks over there in the shelter, so I grabbed them out as well, which is just behind me. But either way, they will go down as well. Get it all down there on the trailer. This is just the least one. It's the one that you can make 50 foot. It can be... Well, it's the same trailer we actually used when we were doing the timber on one of these trailers. But on the way up here, when I had the skid steer on it, didn't matter where I moved the skid steer, it just kept wanting to lean to the side like it was going to tip over. So hopefully that's just when the machinery's on it. It didn't tip, but it was just like it was going to. So it's a bit of a downer, bit of a bummer, but we'll see how it all goes. Let's see if it can pick up these things. Then the excess beams and pallet behind us can go up in the back of it. It doesn't matter as much. Yeah, it lifts them. I don't think it'll do 2, but let's see if it's going to be high enough to get it up on the trailer. This trailer can be widened as well. Maybe we should have put them on from up the ramps, but we'll take 2 down. Third one will just, I mean, if we can fit them all on, we'll take them all down, but it's not a big drama. Basically, I'm just trying to work out the best trailer to use for this stuff. Obviously the low loader, the big one on the back of the semi is better for when there's heaps up here. Like if we had we still had the, what would you call it, the planks here, we would need a bigger trailer. I think we may still be able to squeeze on the last couple of beams and stuff, but definitely load them on that way we just done then's going to be the best. We can stack more on next time. We can stack these on top of each other. Camera angle under here is a bit of a pain in the bum out, keeps moving in and out. It's a bit light in the back end, so we're probably going to need to get some more weight on the back of this just to be safe, especially if we're going to start I mean 2,000 litres I suppose of wood chips isn't going to be super heavy, I guess. But it was cheap, so if it doesn't work here, I'm sure we can find another job for it. If not, we can sell it and we're not going to lose a whole lot of money. It's going to be interesting to see how the tractor handles these with the weight. We may need to put a weight on the back of that, but at the same time we're not going to be lifting, we shouldn't be lifting huge things with that one. It's just going to be going around picking up barrels and roofing and pardon me, things like that. So get this out of the area and put it in here where there nothing falls out. Not. lock it down, load it up, see what happens if it tilts again. This is a 30 footer, the one we normally use is 20. This will go up to a 50. But I think the 50 footer is going to be the same issues that we have with the longer low loaders, just getting them through town. So maybe we use the big low loader for doing the runs up to the sawmill when there's heaps of stuff up here. And we just use this one for going through town. So let's get back to the farm and we'll see you down there. Oh, press the wrong button. Yeah, the reason I like this one, it's got the LED flashes on the roof. It's got them in the grill. LED lights. Light bar up on the roof. It's just a bit more of a modern, chill, cool design. And I like it, so. It is what it is. Let's see if this needs any of this stuff. Took a little bit. Took a little bit. I don't think any of the other productions take beams, and none of them will need planks, so this can just go to the coaster. We've still got some beams or planks down at the boat. We'll double check that. Worst case, we may have to buy some planks long, because I didn't really think about that, because I've got them getting... That's getting more and more done each day. That is super cool. Oh, too busy looking at that, not turning properly. This is what I was doing before. Just tilting. Looks like everything there's full. We'll double check what we need and what we don't need. So we got 22,000 wood beams in there. We better stop bringing them down. 19,000 planks, 9,000 staircase railings, 9,000 planks long. We got heaps and heaps here. That should keep us going for a little bit, so we could probably, unless we got excess, I think we might give this one a miss next month, unless it changes into stage 2 and needs it. While we're here, actually, we'll just drop this down. I bought a weight for the back of it, just in case, because I wouldn't mind going and loading up the metal and seeing if we have any fabric over there. So I've got I think it was a 1,500 or a 2,000 kilo. We get 2,000. A little bit more than we put on the back of the Bobcat, the skid steer. And it should allow us to still tow a trailer. So it's got telescopic light bars. It's the same one we have on the back of the front end loader that was up in the mine. So you can turn those on for extra lighting. You got flashes all over. This is just a typical rig that I would love, because I'm all about LEDs and bright lights and night and neon green. So this is me, and it should also allow us to turn a little bit more sharper, because the hitch isn't in between the back wheels. That's 16 grand, so that paid for the front loader attachment on the front here and the weight. Win-win. I'm not 100% sold on this trailer yet, so we may have to try something else. The length of it is okay for around town. The little glitches it has, wanting to tip and lean, I'm not really... I don't want to get out in the middle of whoop whoop and this thing tips over. We've got to come and try and find something to flip it. Like being on Xbox, but like I said, we don't have super strength. So let's see how we go loading up the metal. And then on the way back, we'll check out our fabric. Unhitch. These a bit of a push. On trees. Definitely a little bit more power than the forklift for doing that. I'd want to at like 3 times the price, I guess. 2. If we can pick up 4 of these, we should be able to pick up just about anything, because these things weigh a fair bit, obviously. No. If we're going to do 4s, we're going to need more weight. If we lower that weight, will it give us that extra bit there? I don't know. Just doing the dance on the front wheels at the moment. Leave that extra weight. It may well do it if we can get this balanced right. We got it, but it's not good. Yeah. If we have to do 2 at a time, 2 at a time's fine. Not too fussed. It's just this is just so we don't have to drag around extra machinery. Now, even doing log missions or whatever, if there's anything we've got to pick stuff up with, this is going to be handy. I didn't expect it to be able to lift as much as that forklift, because those forklifts, that's what they're designed for. Because this is so far out over the front end, it was always going to be front heavy with heavy weight on it. So I mean, like I said, we can put a 3-ton weight or a 2.5 on the back to see if we can get more, but I think these weigh like 1.5 ton each. So they are light, and we're not, you know, like I said, this is just for doing the production stuff around town. And if it doesn't work, it can just go back to being a tractor around the farm, because it'll get well used for that. Try and squeeze these over at the same time, push them a bit straighter like that. Yeah, then it can just be, you know, ploughing, sowing, harvesting, whatever we need it for. So it wasn't super expensive, and we may lose some cash on it if we sell it, but I think it'll be more handy just using it for a tow rig. And honestly, it's doing the same as what the forklift was doing. We're only doing 2 at a time on the forklift because they kept falling off the tines. That did not go as planned. I was trying to push them down so they're in more of a group, but I flipped one over. Wicked. No, I think I just ran one over. Ah, didn't work. Okay. Sorry about this. Got it. I think we'll leave that one. We might take it. I was just trying to make sure we got enough room for fabric, but I'm not sure if it would have gone through any yet. I can't fix that now because bit of strength. If I try and pick it up, it'll pick up the whole bloody trailer. This is going to be a fair load on the back. I'm just sitting there going, maybe you'll be doing wheel stands down the street. As we're going to find out. Damn it, man. that going to help us? Probably not. Still got to be dragging on the ground. I should have kept one of them off so I could if I can get one of them off, I reckon I could carry this in the forks and then we'd be laughing. It'd be enough to offset it. We need more weight at the back of the trailer over the wheels instead of so much at the front on the hitch too, but lesson learnt, trial and error. If you don't try different things, you never know. Definitely knocked it off. Yeah, I definitely should have put more over the back wheels. Right, this is more doable. Poor little tractor. But we will have a quick look over here to see if there's any fabric. Yeah, definitely need to put more at the rear of the trailer over those axles. But we're doing it. One weight at the front. It's just because we've got that. No, there's nothing there. Because we've got that heavy weight on the back to help with the load. Not doing us any favours. We'll duck down to the boat, see if the boat needs any of this metal. We'll have a quick look to see if we need any elsewhere. And if not, we will just sell the excess off. Looks like she's full, so where else do we need metal? Don't need any there, that's full. Pretty much full, so yeah, I think we'll just see if it needs any at the, well, it doesn't need any at the roller coaster, so this can all just get sold. Come on, little tractor, you can do it. Maybe we need to wait for the front so when we're doing this heavy lifting, this heavy towing. Or a triple axle. This trailer can be triple axle too, so I don't know, we'll work it out. So many attachments now, all the buttons are different. So that, I mean, that was, I would call that a success. Wasn't perfect, but it done what we needed it to do. Alright, let's head up to get the flooring and roofing, and we'll get that all hooked up and sorted out. Alrighty, we've got our shingles all loaded up. Now we're just going to zoom up this way, grab our flooring, and then that's it. We're all the products and productions are sorted. They've got all the things coming in they need, and all the things coming out that we needed. So I was wondering, I wonder if I could put a dolly on the back of this and tow the low loader. Not sure. Something that may be worthwhile attempting. Attach this trailer. I'm just not a big fan of it. It just keeps wanting to lean over and... Yeah, I mean, like I said, worst case, we can buy ourselves a cheaper truck. But it's super handy being able to use something that tow the trailer, unhitch and load, and not have to worry about having a vehicle follow you or a vehicle gripped on the back of you. So, alright buddy, walk away, come on, you're just going to get squashed otherwise. I think the only downside to it is just how far the front loader attachment sticks out. That's where we're losing the weight, the pivoting point, I guess. Working, but I mean, it's wanting to lift the back tyres off the ground already, and it's not really, I don't know, it's not heavy. I'm actually just wondering if our telehandler will handle towing one of these trailers around. I mean, it probably wouldn't with all the weight of the metal on the back. It would want to lift the front wheels up, like what happened on this one. So it may just be better just to keep the TLX and get around with the vehicle following you. I don't know, but it's not a loss either way because we needed a tractor, and the trailer's only leased. So if it doesn't work, not a massive drama. And we can use the front end attachment on this trailer anyway to help us move stuff around for the sheep, stones, whatever. So no loss at all. I just wanted to try this before I tried something else. Oh no, I knew that was going to happen. Bugger it. I've been learning to strap things down before I do things, but I didn't this time for some reason, because I'm silly. And because that happened, it's not too bad because it didn't pick up the trailer. So that's... The train's going to come around and wipe us out in a second. Oh, I just had a feeling I should have looked. I should have looked. Well, at least our pallets are around the right way now. That's a bonus. Everyone's going to think that was a stitch up, but I didn't look. I just had a feeling it was coming. I've said it a few times though when I've crossed that crossing down there coming off our farm. I'm like, one day we're going to do this. And the train's going to come and wipe us out. Well, today was that day. So far the tractor seems fine. It's not a... We've almost put nearly a whole hour on this tractor already. Craziness. And I probably should start loading it up from the rear so all the weight's over those back wheels too. That may make a difference. I don't know if that's how the game trailers work, but in real life, you know, you'd put the heavier weight over the axles. Alright, let's get this loaded up. We will go to probably the boatyard first, I think. Alright, hitched up, let's go. She's pulling a wheelie. Definitely need to put more weight on the front. Not cool. We're sort of making it, but we're not. You know what I'm saying? See if that helps bringing that down a little bit lower. I mean, it's a catch-22 because we've got the big weight on the back to help us be able to lift more. When we put all the weight on the drawbar end of the trailer, pulls the wheels off the ground. So maybe we need to drive around with one at a box or something in the front on them forks every time we go somewhere, so it doesn't keep lifting up like that. And we're popping wheel stands. Once you get going, it seems okay. It's just taken off. But yeah, maybe we start loading it over the back wheels from now. But this trailer is leased, so if it doesn't work for us, we'll try something else. Auto load trailers, unfortunately, aren't working completely 100% yet. Not for me on console. There's some selling points aren't accepting. May try it on the back of this tractor because it's lower to the ground than what the TLX is. Oh, it's not working because the front wheels aren't hitting. We could put a weight on the front, but it's like, it's a medium-sized tractor. How much weight can it take before it starts breaking? You gotta, yeah. I'm not saying this is the most realistic setup that someone would have, but it's not far off. I mean, most people wouldn't have a fluoro green tractor driving down the street for starters, so it is what it is. I think it's fully loaded, fully sold out, so everything's full. Like, do we keep some of these or do we just sell them? I know that at some point the planks long aren't going to keep up and some of our productions may stop, but most of them are fully loaded enough that we should have a month or two without being seriously affected. Alright, let's just unhitch his trailer for a second, because there we go. Let's have a look and have a think about this, what we can do. So this one we could use, but it's not that long. Like, it's not as long as the one we're using now. I'm already filling that up. This one's probably longer, but it's massively overkill and it's pretty expensive. So the one we're using now is this one, but we've got it set as a 30 foot. Can this one be, can't be a bumper pull. That one's a bit too high. I'm not being picky, I'm just, So I'm just wondering, like, these trailers are 8.7 tons. That's, it's only, how much is the one that we got? That's 5.1 ton. They're 8 ton. So if the tractor can pull that anyway, I can't see it not being able to work with a dolly and using one of these drop decks or the current drop deck trailer that we got sitting there. Let's lease that. We'll try that out. We'll get rid of this trailer so we're not paying for it. We'll pick up the dolly. I'm just trying things out, like, at least by having the dolly on the back, it'll take all the weight off the back of the trailer. Off the back of the tractor, I mean. And we'll see if it pulls that trailer. I mean, it's sitting there, we own it. We are going to use it for containers. This thing could pull the sea container out. Oh, there you go. Look at that hitch just dropped down for that. That's wicked. If that's part of what the dolly makes it do that, because I've never seen that happen before when I've used it on something else. I mean, they're pulling it. Doesn't seem to be an issue. There you go. We could do that. Unhitch a dolly. That's that one. There you go. You may not want to leave that in there all the time in case we... I mean, the truck will hitch up to the dolly anyway. But that's it. That's what we're going to try. And on that bombshell, as Jeremy Clarkson says, that is the show. That is the episode today. Tomorrow, I think what we'll do is we'll put soybeans in this field. And we're going to be farming. We're going to be growing, we're going to be farming, I think. We may add some cattle up in here, maybe some sheds. And I wouldn't mind like clearing these trees more through here so we can drive around there instead of having to go the long way, which I mean we can just drive straight down through there, but that's our land, it's our farm, let's connect it all up. Here's a big test, all the other ones coming up here slow down to like 1 kilometre, let's go. Let's go, let's go. Wicked. Alright, I'm going to light the fire, have some dinner, and we will see you on the next one. Thanks for watching.